Aakash woke up before the sun. He had a journey ahead of him. Today was the day he would feel truly free. He had his trusty bike, a backpack full of essentials, and a heart full of anticipation. He secured his carry bag tightly to the back of his bike. With a deep breath and a smile, Aakash kicked off his stand and began his adventure. The air was cool and crisp against his face. He could smell the dew on the fields as he rode past. The world was waking up around him, but Aakash felt fully awake for the first time in a long time. He had no destination in mind, no time limit, and no one to answer to. Just the open road and the call of the unknown. This was the freedom he craved. Aakash's stomach rumbled, reminding him that he hadn't eaten yet. He spotted a roadside dhaba with a few trucks parked outside. The aroma of spices and chai filled the air. He parked his bike and walked inside, his mouth watering. The dhaba owner, a kind-faced man with a warm smile, greeted him. Aakash ordered a plate of aloo paratha and a steaming cup of chai. The paratha, hot and flaky, was filled with spicy potatoes and served with a dollop of fresh butter. Aakash savored each bite, the combination of flavors exploding in his mouth. The sweet and milky chai was the perfect way to wash it all down. With a satisfied stomach and a renewed sense of energy, Aakash continued his journey. The highway stretched before him, inviting him to explore. He felt the wind in his hair, carrying away his worries. The sun climbed higher in the sky, bathing the countryside in a warm glow. He passed through fields of sunflowers, their bright faces turned towards the sun. He saw farmers tending their fields, their movements slow and rhythmic. The world was alive around him, and Aakash felt a sense of peace he had never known before. The sun was directly overhead when Aakash decided to stop for lunch. He spotted a small restaurant on the side of the road, shaded by a giant banyan tree. It looked inviting, so he parked his bike and went in. He ordered a simple meal of dal, rice and vegetables. The food was fresh and flavorful, satisfying his hunger after a morning on the road. To cool down from the midday heat, Aakash ordered a glass of buttermilk. It was tangy and refreshing, the perfect drink for a hot day. As he sipped his buttermilk, Aakash watched the world go by. He saw families on pilgrimages, their faces filled with devotion. He saw trucks loaded with goods, rumbling towards their destinations. Life was a journey and everyone was on their own path. As evening approached, Aakash found himself at the foot of the Himalayas. The air was cooler here, and the scent of pine filled his nostrils. He had always loved the mountains, their majestic peaks seeming to touch the sky. He decided to find a place to stay for the night. He came across a small hill station, nestled amidst the hills. He found a modest hotel with a balcony overlooking the valley. The view was breathtaking. Aakash stood on the balcony, breathing in the fresh mountain air. He could feel the stress of city life melting away. He was finally at peace. The next morning, Aakash woke up feeling refreshed and rejuvenated. He had a simple breakfast of toast and tea at the hotel, then set off on his bike once more. The road ahead beckoned, promising new adventures. He rode through winding mountain roads, the air getting cooler with every turn. He stopped at roadside stalls, sampling local fruits and snacks. By late afternoon, he arrived at a quaint village perched on a hillside. The village was a cluster of colorful houses, surrounded by terraced fields. Aakash felt a sense of wonder wash over him. He knew he had stumbled upon something special. Want to read more about Aakash and his adventure? Pick up a copy of Mr. Chaitanya G. Srivastava's novel, The Incomplete Quest.